Hello, welcome back. We cast Augury and Dark Knowledge and found nothing. Summoned some wyverns, hell yes. Didn't find any sites manually searching. I think that's just priests hanging out though, ready to build temples one day, so they're not really... don't really expect to find anything. They might have already been searching like multiple turns. Anyway, moved into Gamer, 1 point of PD. Not much to see here really. Here's the knights again. Nice work. Then we moved on to the fort in Larian Swamps. I don't think there is a mage here, which is good, nothing patrolling. So I believe we have our special guys here, well some of them. Somewhere? You down the bottom? Alright, there's Albrecht. Then we've got the two Great Hawks with Rabbit's Foot Charms and Pendants of Courage. Right. Are they able to just land directly on the rearmost enemies? This might be a bit of a waste since there's no actual mages. Okay, they did actually make it pretty close to the back though. Not quite onto this guy, although he's routing, so maybe he doesn't count. He's also on -8 hit points. Yeah. So good work to the birds. You did just then get hit by a flaming arrow for 9 points of damage. That's not great. You're now getting hit by these longbow guys. You just got punched for 26 damage by a guy who's routing? Who did that? Ow! Hit Great Orc in the head with a short sword for 26 points of damage. Damage roll 15 plus 14. Oh well. I think it was one of the Black Hawks. You better not die too. Did the Commander Knight guys get here yet? Okay, these guys are a bit slow to the party. Well, how are you so slow? Is your horse injured? Combat speed 16. It just seems slow, I don't know. Alright, well, we put Larian Swamps under siege. Lost a few inconsequential bits. And also one of the Great Hawks. Damn, that sucks. We got the items back though, so that's okay. What a PD there. We're now on the fort. Tianchi attack Lost Lands. Some reinforcements. I don't remember what squad that is. Oh, these guys, yeah, okay. So that was the stuff I was expecting to patrol Larian. He actually just went up to Lost Lands. That's good, it means there's no, like, defense inside Larian at least. So we'll just have to deal with a few meteors. How much stuff is that? So it's 91 city guards. These guys are pretty scary because they will actually damage us through black steel plate. Unfortunately. But I mean, so will meteors, so, you know. Anyway, it's a lot of them. They're in Lost Lands. Events in-game, we got an Earth Gem. Forest of Gun, we got a Skull Mentor. Lost a Spy on Niedervenger, that's a shame. And also lost one in Perenna, also a shame. Losing some vision over here. Destroying this fort in Larian, severely damaged. Let's see, how much siege strength are we left with? 312. The 400 wall, yeah, probably open next turn. And that's it for messages. And yeah, he moved these guys up to Lost Lands and his main stack into Coast Haven. It looks like he's going to try and get Tianchi back this turn, which is a perfect opportunity for us. We need to quickly assemble all of these squads of knights we've been recruiting. This is our moment. This is where we get to see if the attack rear knights are gonna carry the day for us. So we're assembling a team. We're putting together the Avengers of random knight squads variously throughout our territory. Quite a few arrows just all move patrolling to Tianchi this turn, as you can see. So first up, in Tianqi itself, we have these guys patrolling, 4 knights, and a bunch of mages. Not this guy, Balthazar, you stay out of this. These guys have got the gems, so they're doing the giant strength warriors on the 2 squads at the top and bottom. And that's about it. These guys are bringing 4 knights for the big meetup. Next up, Moravia. We have these 3 guys bringing 8 knights. These guys are doing weapons of sharpness and soldiers of steel. Next up, Sodorth. We've got this guy bringing 5 knights. Tianqi. Next up, Forest of Gun. We've put together this dude, the tobacconist. He's been given boots of long strides, some random items we had lying around, the old black steel swords, black steel full plate, rabbit foot charm. He's bringing 5 knights. He's heading to Tianqi. Next up, over here, Albrecht. No knights, okay, fair enough. I don't think there's any left. Maybe there's like 2. Yeah, there's 2. I'm not sure, maybe I could have brought those. But Albrecht himself is definitely a superhero. Bringing 0 knights, but he's also coming to Tianqi. And then these guys in Gamer, another 12 knights, plus more earth mages, more weapons of sharpness, more soldiers of steel. So if I hit Y on Tianqi, we have all of this stuff. Ignore the guy in the middle. Clovis doesn't count. Oh, Balthazar doesn't count. We've got 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 knights. It's a lot of knights. Don't know how many exactly, but you know, decent number of knights. We've also got Albrecht, Bacchonist, and I don't want any trouble, the Great Hawk. Our aces in the hole. So as you can see, these are just move patrolling into the back corners. They're going to hold and attack rear. And all of the rest of our gold this turn, some of it went on commanders, the rest of it went on to province defense. 3,124 gold to the province defense into Tianqi. These guys sit in the middle and eat all the meteors, hopefully, while our knights get buffed up and attack rear. This is it. This is what it's all been for. Baiting Tianqi into battle where we can deploy our knights. Good luck to them. This is where we finally break Tianqi's resistance. Or we waste a ton of gold and achieve nothing. But you know, either or. I'm sure it'll be good either way. So that is the main thing happening this turn. Other than that, I'm going to move some units into Bushford. We'll end up with some Guardians and plenty of longbows here. Hopefully if all this survives, we can move on to these forts next and box those off. Similar sort of story in other places. I'm still building up like infantry in Kratos, Guardians in Ulm. I'm trying to do a little bit of patrolling here to catch whatever spy it was recently. We're upgrading the fortress to a citadel this month in Iron Range, so that's really nice. I think that's the final upgrade. So we can start working on another fort next. And broadly speaking, I think that's it. Our god is still summoning wyverns, of course, so the other thing we can try to do is these guys can actually be scripted, they're not undisciplined. So we can try making a little squad of wyverns on hold and attack rear. These aren't bad units, I feel like, considering that they're scriptable flyers. We've even got 15 poison and shock resistance. That's not bad, right? 35 hit points? They are size 6, which is a really awkward size for units, but whatever. Yeah, we make 2 a turn, which isn't a lot, but maybe 5 turns of them gives us one little squad to use. We'll see. Besides that, though, not much happening. We're just going to sit on Larian, break that open next month, see what happens in Tianqi. Keep trying to do the remote site searching, because why not? And that might be it. Yeah. So pretty simple turn, but be interesting to see what happens next turn in Tianqi. And otherwise, that's it for turn 34. So I'll leave things there. How are mercenaries looking these days? might rebid on Master Geber eventually, just to have him. Why not? I might find some use for a water mage. At some point we have to actually take these likes, which would be nice, but they're not very valuable is the thing. Alright, I'm just rambling now. Let's see, turn 34. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Some interesting battles this month. We got some thaumaturgy research done though. We're at 4. I think that also lets us teleport, right? Yeah, teleport. It also lets us do more specs, gnome lore. I don't remember why I actually went here eventually, but teleport's pretty good for all of our... It might have been for teleport actually. I think, yeah, we've got a lot of S3 guys now. And it would be nice to be able to just teleport them around if we need them somewhere. So that's pretty good. But we're going to quickly slot in Evocation 3. I'll talk about that in a second. And then grab Construction Fire, which we're quite close to. Did some site search and didn't find anything. We did manually find a site with our Jaguar Tribe priest there. Totem collection. He found the site that gives you 1 pearl and 1 nature gem, and it increases luck. So pretty nice site to find in a fort, actually. So there we go. And yeah, we got attacked by Machaca this turn, so I'll look at that on the map in a second, but first up we have the battle on Tianqi to watch. So we have like, what, 80 points of PD or something? 75? Something like that. Doesn't look very impressive when you see it on the battlefield, does it? This cost like 3,000 gold. But more importantly than that, we have the squads of knights led by, frankly, heroes at the sides here, ready to attack rear. We just have to get past these extremely long lines of troops onto these incredibly vulnerable mages back here. Can we pull it off? I don't know, what do you think? Place your bets now. Was this a massive waste of gold and resources? Or is this the killing blow that finally rids the world of Tianqi? Let me know in the comments. You've got a few seconds. I'm not going to unpause yet. You can scroll down, leave a comment. You can say, huge waste of gold, Mew, you idiot, what are you doing? Or you can say, hell yes, masterful gambit, sir. Those are your 2 options. Alright, you ready? Alright, let's see. Starting pretty simply. Then she sets up the communion. Crossbows fire. First turn of buffs go down. Next turn of buffs go down. Power of the spheres. Knights are fully buffed up. People are walking forwards. The first meteors are all hitting the PD. That's good. That's what they're there for. Top knights might not be getting past. Meteors are hitting Tianqi units as well. Holy, look at that! I don't want any trouble immediately lands on the rearmost mage, instantly killing it with a dive attack for 28 points of damage. Incredible. Is that a lance charge? Oh yeah, it is. Wait, no, it's not. It can only be used once, but it doesn't get a bonus. Okay. I mean, I guess it gets a 4-point bonus, and it has a 4 points of attack bonus, but... Alright, sick. Good work. I don't want any trouble. That's pretty good, you gotta admit. You know, anything else happens. That was pretty good. This guy immediately lands on the absolute rearmost mage and kills it instantly. Come on. Looks like these knights are getting past too. Are they ignoring the archers? Yes. Next meteors fall. Okay, on the knights, not great. So let me just double check. I think Albrecht has died already. However, the tobacconist is slowly making his way up the field. So, we still have him in play. Okay, knights are on mages. More knights on mages. PD is routing a bit. Okay, meteors falling on the crossbows. Our mages are here. And here. Moving along. I think I don't want any trouble may have died. The tobacconist is in combat now. Huge hit on that. Imperial Geomancer. 24 points of damage. Alright, the meteors seem to have stopped falling. I think the mages are all routing or asleep now. Our PD is also routing then. Oh, Tianqi's god is now in melee combat. Not a drill. Clovis just cast Soldiers of Steel. Where are you, Clovis? How did you pull that off? Oh, there he is. Look at this squad of brave men. Holy shit. Just right up, casting Soldiers of Steel. On the God-slaying squad. Also earth melding these guys to shit, which is great. Okay, did just earth meld all of our own guys as well, but God has been earth melded. Is that you, Clovis? That's Enselm. More mages moving up. This guy, Amlaric casting Iron Will on himself. He must be even braver. Now casting Armor of Achilles. Wonder who that got cast on. Probably this dude. God is still upright. 9 hit points. And God goes down. Congratulations. The tobacconist still cleaning up. What a double kill. It's that easy. It just costs 4,000 gold. And didn't cost us much. Besides that, we lost 16 Black Knights and a Mastersmith. We lost... I don't want any trouble. He did get 3 kills though, so respect to the Great Hawk. The Tobacconist gets 13 kills and does not die. So, huge respect to this guy. And yeah, otherwise not too bad. Albrecht achieved absolutely nothing, unfortunately. I think he ate one of the first meteors that fell. So, condolences. But, nice result. Killed 18 Imperial Geomancers, 124 City Guards, 69 crossbows, a Frostfather. Yeah, you know, got most of our items back as well, which is nice. Possibly all of our items, actually. Sword of Sharpness, Faithful, Horned Helmet, Braces of Protection, Amulet of Missile Protection, Pendant of Courage, Rabbitfoot Charm. Yeah, I think that's everything. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, should be a lot easier to lock down this territory now. Which is great, because we also got attacked by Machaca, as you can see. So this is Draconian's Machaca, who is raiding us with Draconians here, and then squads of 8 spiders in these provinces. And the fort got put under siege by this. So, tons of spiders and Draconians. The Blessed, remind you, is Fire Res, 1 Defense, 1 Magic Res, 2 Strength, Larger, Heroism, and Awareness. So these guys are very, very deadly. The Spider has Venomous Fangs, which hits you with Death Poison if it deals damage. So let's see, it deals about 20 points of Mundane Piercing damage. And then if it does damage to you, it also deals 35 points of pure poison damage. No magic resist roll, no armor resist roll. So this will kill anything. This will even poison golems and undead and stuff usually, I think. I think it's pretty hard to have 35 points of poison resistance naturally. So pretty big force on Kratos. Big saving graces, there's no mages at all, it's just brute strength. But that is what hit us along here anyway. So good timing, because TNG becomes a lot easier now, so we can just turn focus and go north instead. Hopefully, we'll see. Fairy Mountains, we got Misfortune, Throne of Death has been claimed, Units of Age. Yeah, I missed some of this stuff, didn't I? Throne of Death and Dreams have been claimed. And Die Portent. Machaka put up Tree. Mother Oak. Yeah, so that happened as well. Magnon got attacked by barbarians. We caught the... I assume this is who was generating unrest in our cap, so... I think we got unrested this turn. Was it this turn, or... Yeah, the unrest in Ulm is increasing. This could be the work of enemy spies. One enemy spy does nothing while we're patrolling, though. We're still on 0 unrest. So, we had a few guys patrolling, and we've got Order 2. So, it didn't really do much. Besides that, yeah, not much to say. Citadel and Iron Range is finished. Kratos has been breached. Larian Swamps has been breached. And, yeah, we did some patrolling in Ulm. So this is open, we can storm. This is open, and Machaka can storm. So I'll cover that last. That's it for messages, though. Here's the map. So first things first, we want to box off these forts as quickly as possible with as little force as possible. So the stuff that's in Larian currently is going to storm castle just immediately. I assume it'll be fine. We might take some losses to meteors, but kind of used to that at this point. So we just got all the infantry in the front. They're on attack immediately. Try and get through the gate. Archers are spread out. There's like 2 knights down here getting ethereal so that maybe they can run through the wall and attack Rhea, but I think it's probably inconsequential. Other than that, you know, Earth Mage is walking forwards doing buffs. Random Fire Mage here is trying to put up flaming arrows on some longbows. And hopefully we just have enough units that we can weather the falling meteors, take the fort, and then these guys can start walking over and help out with these forts as well. I've turned on all of the taps for recruitment, so Knights in Ammon, Infantry in Forest of Gun, Infantry in Tianqi, and Longbows in Bushford. So we generate tons of units in this area every turn. We'll just try and use some for taking these 2 forts, and some for going north. And there is still also, of course, the Guardians in Ulm and some infantry in Iron Range too. So plenty of units every turn. We'll just try and secure this territory, and then I guess push down into here as well, with the stuff we have nearby. Hopefully it doesn't cost us too much. We did wipe out most of the threat, I think. But we'll see. So I think we have a few bits here. Yeah, it's just some knights going to pick up some stray knights. Plus the knights that just defended Tianqi are going to head to Coast Haven, led by the Tobacconist, with a few mages. So we'll gradually put them onto New Spring with some longbows probably, and see how that goes. You can also see a beam here. These guys are teleporting gems onto the Earth Mages in this army. So you can see a few guys trying to do giant strength warriors without gems currently. They will have gems when we storm, because they are getting teleported over, which is why these 2 guys have 5 Earth gems each. So that covers this area more or less. The stack of units in Bushford that was going to attack one of these forts is going to just start heading north. Seems like we might need more strength over here in the next few turns, so they'll head north and deal with that. That brings us to Kratos. I am really hoping that what Machaka does now is he capitalizes on his, what do you call this? His ambush by storming immediately, leaving me no chance to defend, which will allow us to defend because our god here, we forged a snake ring ages ago just in case Machaka attacked us. Our god is going to cloud trapeze into this fort. And we are set up like this. We have some black plate infantry just kind of around us and slightly behind us on hold and attack flyers. We have our 2 adepts doing body ethereal spam mostly. And then we have our god who is also going to be here. She is going to give herself Strength of Gaia first of all, which gives her nature magic, which gives her 5 poison res as well because she's on 2 nature currently. So that gets her up to 35 poison resistance, which is just enough to, negate the base value of the death poison. Then Soldiers of Steel, which gets her up to like 34 protection or something, because the braces also get a buff. Then Earth Power, then Iron Skin, which then I think gets her up to 36 protection. And finally Astral Shield, because Venomous Bite is a very, very short-range weapon, so... Unfortunately, spiders actually have quite a lot of magic resistance, surprisingly. They have 13 magic resistance. It's a shame they're not like typical animals that have really low magic resistance, because then Astral Shield would be really good, but as it is... we're basically just giving ourselves incredibly high protection, Astral Shield, 35 poison resistance, and Ethereality. These guys will absolutely cast Ethereal on her first. And then she has all these attacks, 35 poison resistance, 36 protection, Ethereality, 20% regen, and she will be able to kill every single thing in this army by herself. So the hope is that Machaka just storms now immediately and loses everything, and that would be great. And you might be saying, hey Mew, how can you be so confident that you'll just kill everything? Because I made sure, I tested locally, I ran a test against about twice as many things, and my god just kills it all. So, yeah, spoilers. If Machaka storms immediately, it will go very badly for him. Which will be great, because we will then immediately be able to attack Machaka after he loses most of his army. So fingers crossed that's what happens. We can have the back-to-back, smash the Chen-Chi army and then smash the Machaka army. But, who knows? Otherwise though, it's going to take a minute for us to just put together some squads that can take back these provinces that we're losing to raiders. But, yeah, we're going to start moving units north now anyway, and we obviously make lots of units per turn, so... should be okay. The spiders are going to kill a lot of our Almish guys, unfortunately, but... we have a lot more infantry than he has spiders, probably, so... we'll just send wave after wave of men into them. And see how it goes. Otherwise though, that's the turn, I think. What did we spend gold on this month? New units, new commanders... 20 gold on PD. That's more reasonable. We're still on 4.5k income per turn, which is nice. Chen-Chi down to 2 unrest, even with what just happened, so that's good. Just need to take care of all this territory now. Get all this unrest down. We should be okay. And we get to move directly into a war with Machaka, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mentioned research. We're going to pick up Evo 3 this turn, just so that if our mages survive, they will give themselves Phoenix power, which gets them up to F3, so Evo 3 will let them cast Fireball in the battle, which, it's something. My god won't care about that, she'll have too much protection, so... that's that. I'll also look at thrones as well. What got claimed? It was Dream, so Agartha got that. No idea where they are or what they're doing. Probably underground though. And Death, which went to Inn, that looks like. Okay. We are still the throne leader, so that's great. That's great. Anyway, that's turn 35. end of the video. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying it, and hopefully I'll see you next time.